Before it became a massive global industry, hip-hop emerged from the economic neglect of the South Bronx in the early 1970s. When the city cut funding for youth programs and public arts, the teenagers living there built their own creative outlet from the ground up. This movement started at a back-to-school party on August 11, 1973, hosted by DJ Kool Herc inside a small rec room at 1520 Sedgwick Avenue. Using two turntables, Herc isolated the instrumental drum breaks of funk and soul records, the sections where the crowd danced hardest, looping them continuously in a technique he called the merry-go-round. By giving the crowd exactly what they wanted, Herc created the rhythmic space required for both technical DJing and the athletic dancing that soon followed on the concrete. The name of the entire culture was created on the street by accident. In 1978, Keith "Cowboy" Wiggins began scat singing the words hip, hop, to mimic the cadence of soldiers marching in a drill while teasing a friend. Other early pioneers quickly integrated that rhythmic chant into their own live performances, until Africa Bambaataa formally used the term to officially unite the movement and broker peace among warring street gangs. Bambaataa established the four core elements: DJing, MCing, breaking, and the graffiti art that covered city walls and subway trains. While the Bronx provided the initial energy, the culture required a highly specific group of innovators to take Herc's technique and refine it into a professional standard. The music evolved through rapid physical experimentation, turning the turntable from a listening device into a performance tool. In 1975, Grand Wizard Theodore was practicing in his bedroom when his mother yelled at him to turn the volume down. To keep the record moving without stopping the motor, he held the vinyl in place, nudged it back and forth, and discovered the scratch. Grandmaster Flash then applied his study of electronics to the equipment, perfecting back cueing and punch phrasing to turn scratching into a precise science. These back-to-back innovations meant that the turntable was no longer just for playing records. It was now a distinct musical instrument. As the DJ's techniques became more complex, the MCs were forced to move beyond simple party hosting and develop more intricate vocal skills. In 1979, Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang became the first hip-hop single to reach the Billboard Top 40, using rhymes written by Grandmaster Caz that proved the new genre's commercial potential. MC Shaw Rock followed as the first female rapper recorded on vinyl, establishing the technical standard for vocal presence and rhythmic precision that defined the era. Artists like Kool Mo D moved away from simple party chants, introducing fast-paced, multi-syllabic lyricism that turned rap into a form of verbal combat. Grandmaster Melly Mel expanded the genre's range even further with The Message, using the microphone to document the harsh social and political realities of the city. In less than a decade, the music had shifted from a localized park jam gimmick into a competitive and poetic art form. Run-D.M.C soon discarded the glittery costumes of early rap in favor of raw street fashion and aggressive guitars, leading the first major crossover into rock and mainstream media. Teenage prodigy Roxanne Shante reinforced the importance of the battle rap format, using her wit to culturally dominate older performers and prove the power of the freestyle. Slick Rick introduced cinematic storytelling to the genre, using distinct character voices and a visually arresting style to turn songs into complex narratives. Big Daddy Kane refined the physical art of rapping even further, introducing rapid-fire internal rhymes and high-end stagecraft to his live performances. This wave of artists pushed the boundaries of the genre, expanding what rap could sound like and how they could perform on a global stage. Russell Simmons transformed the street subculture into a professional enterprise, co-founding Def Jam Recordings to market rap records with the same rigor as any other major label. Curtis Blow became the first rapper signed to a major label, securing the first certified gold record and taking the music on its first international tours. LL Cool J brought a new intensity to solo performance, recording the first prominent rap ballads and proving the music could show vulnerability without losing its street edge. Major labels began to see that rap records could sell millions of units across the country, showing that the Bronx sound could travel far beyond New York. As the industry grew, a new generation of artists introduced different perspectives, specifically bringing themes of empowerment and social dignity to the mainstream. Queen Latifah and the group Us Girls used their platform to confront misogyny directly, establishing a booming authority in a landscape previously dominated by men. Groups like Naughty by Nature successfully paired raw East Coast street lyrics with massive pop hooks, ensuring the music reached the top of the radio charts. Mary J. Blige merged these raw hip-hop drum loops with traditional soul singing, creating a new sound that altered the way mainstream R&B was produced. Pop and R&B stars began adopting the syncopated drum patterns and street aesthetics of the Bronx, moving away from traditional instrumentation toward sampled percussion. The current scale of the industry grew through the work of specific individuals, each adding a new technical or lyrical layer to the movement. From Theodore's hand on the vinyl to Mel Mel's social commentary, the history of the music is a continuous chain of innovations. By building on each other's breakthroughs, these 20 pioneers took the neglected resources of the South Bronx and engineered the most dominant cultural movement of our time.